Blessies and lads, very special day in Destiny Rising history. We have the first season and the designated 5-star Estela. Just to be upfront with you guys, I wouldn't recommend going for her. And reason for that is she's not as individual as other characters, because both of her weapons are rapid fire weapons, which means she can tackle only rapid fire Shinkas, and there's already a character who has a lot more value than her, which is Wolf, our main character. He has a rapid fire weapon primary and the grenade launcher as a secondary, so he can tackle two Shinkas, and even worse, Wolf is also a solar character. I mean, I'm sure Estela is going to be top tier damage dealer. As I've said in my other drawing video, pure damage dealers will always get power crept pretty hard. As I've also said in my drawing guide, if you like the character, definitely go for her. I mean, her character design is great, she's cute and all. Her kit has certain similarities with Umiko. The first similarity is that she also has a bar on screen, like Yolder and Tan. This is the corruption bar, and this is actually the resource for her second signature ability, which will summon a small pet. And the bar does also determine how strong the pet will be. So there are 3 tiers of this pet, and if the bar is full, you'll get a level 3 pet, which is obviously better. We'll get to that in a second. The bar will actually get filled up by weapon damage, abilities, and also by damage on targets who are affected by the misfortune buff. But we'll get to that later. Talking about her second signature ability, as I've said, in order to cast this ability, you are going to consume the corruption resource, and this one will summon a small pet, which will stay on field for 25 seconds or until it dies. And again, there are 3 tiers. They differentiate by damage. The third level will attack more often and also has an extra attack, which will also heal Estela. Her ult is basically a mega pet, and that's the other similarity to Umiko. Like, Umiko has a small shuriken, here we have a small pet, and also the mega shuriken and the mega pet. So this one stays on field for 14 seconds or until it dies, and because of the second relic trait, this one will also boost the accumulation of your corruption resource. The first ability will actually damage targets and also apply the misfortune buff on them. What this does is it basically marks the enemies for your pets to attack them and deal extra damage. Because if your first relic trait, the misfortune can actually spread to other enemies as well, up to 5 times. Talking about her copies, I personally didn't find a copy which was like superb compared to the other ones, so I think it's not mandatory to go for any copies. Of course not, it's never mandatory. Talking about her artifacts, so because she's a summoning character, obviously the summoning artifacts are made for her, and we're going to differentiate this in PvE and PvP as well. As with Ningfei in the first slot, we're going with the Warding Pact. And the reason for that is basically the same as for Ningfei. You're going to be spamming your summons a lot, especially your second signature ability. Second slot, we're going to go with the Siphoning Pact, because other than Ningfei, her main damage comes from the summons themselves, and you want them to stay on field as long as possible. Third slot, we're going to go with the Bellicose Pact. As I've said, her main damage comes from her summons. This is why this is the best in slot, in my opinion. And fourth, we're going to go with the Resonating Pact. This one's actually perfect for her, because if you can recall what her first signature ability does, this one marks the enemy that you want to target, and also that all of your summons are going to target, so this one's pretty insane for her. For PvP, in the first slot, we're going with the Nourishing Pact, because as I've said with Umiko, you need fast heals. In the second slot, we're going to go with the Binging Planetesimal, and the reason's the same. You're gonna want instant health gain. In the second slot, we're going with the Rampaging Pact, because in PvP, you can't solely rely on your summons, because your enemies are going to move around the map a lot, and you want to give the buff to yourself. The fourth slot, we're going to go with the Bellicose Planetesimal, and the reason for that is the same as in the third slot. You would want to buff yourself. Regarding the weapons, for the exotic, you would actually want to use the Furies free. The reason for that is there is no other pulse rifle exotic, and I personally do not like the machine gun exotics. But there's also some synergy, because the Furies free, as you know, gets an increased rate of fire, and as I've said, you will gain corruption resource by doing weapon damage to enemies, so it's not as bad. So I hope the video was helpful for you guys. I don't know, have I been too harsh with her? Did you guys go for her? And don't forget to like, subscribe. Yeah, see you in the next one.